Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson at Vauxhall Road, where the Saints have picked up what could be a valuable National League South point with a 2-2 draw away to Hemel, Hempstead town. It was a great match to watch, Ian. Fluctuation in fortunes, twice we came from behind to get a point, and controversy as well. How did you see it?
Again, you seem to ask the right questions there. I think you just summed it up in one go again, David. It certainly was an end-to-end game. I felt they came at the traps very, very quickly, and they caused us a lot of problems for the first 20-25 minutes. We couldn't get hold of the ball. They pressed us high up the park, and they were by far the better side. But we weathered that first 20-25 minutes, and we probably had the two best chances going into the last 15-20 minutes of the game, of the first half, where Jamie Cureton's had a couple of really good chances to put us 1-0 up. I think at half time we just sort of got one or two things sorted out. We put one or two problems to one side, and then I felt second half I thought was absolutely outstanding, and it was really, we've made two horrendous mistakes that's given them the lead on each occasion, but we came back very strongly on both occasions and scored some great goals, and really we had 3 or 4 great opportunities in the second half to have gone and won the game, and their keepers made a couple of really good saves.
Sticking with that first half for a little bit, Ian, we had a chat before the game and you said we want to get at them early, test their defence, but it didn't happen, did it? Hemel were very impressive early on.
Yeah, I mean, they've got lots of pace now at the side. They've obviously gone and brought some players in. I mean, Dean's have done a great job there from where they was at the start of the season, and you've seen there, and they caused us lots of problems. But I felt we've had a couple of times James has had to make a couple of really good saves to keep us in the game. But as the first half wore on, we started to get more into the game, and as you say, Jamie Cureton had 2 really good chances just before half time to put us in front. But second half, as I said to you there, I felt we came out and we totally bossed the game in the second half, and I would say on both times they've probably scored against the run of play, and that was probably individual mistakes from Scotty Thomas, and unfortunately with the second goal where it's bobbled around in our box and it's been rolled back on an awful pitch, and James has really smashed it against that lad. But if you look at the replay, he's clearly handballed it, then he scuffed his shot, and then Robinson's reacted quickest on the far post. But to come back from that and still keep going, we had a chance just after that, and then to score the goal in the last minute, it just takes a little bit away from where we probably needed to be, because we need to pick up 3 points. But at the moment, with the way we are at the moment, we've got some new bodies we brought in. We brought the 2 centre halves today in Tom Gardner and Jack Saville were outstanding in their performance, and as I say, they're going to get better as Jack plays more games, and obviously they get an understanding between each other.
Well, Jamie Cureton, well into his low 40s, shall we say. You brought him in to get goals, and he's certainly doing it. What's that, 5 now?
I think it's 5 in 4 starts. So it's something that we spoke to a lot of people before we brought him in. Obviously, people questioned the age of the lad, but everybody said he's as fit as anybody at any level of football, and it's worked out tremendous for us because he's a tremendous threat. He's a great lad in the change room. He helps some of the younger players, and it was so good today for him and Sam Merson to get the goals. And I think that's Sam's 11th now, so it's going okay in terms of that. But we've got to stop, and we've got to start nullifying these mistakes we're making. Otherwise, by the end of the season, it will cost us dearly.
We saw a very clever free kick against Maidenhead last week, which didn't produce a goal, but this one, the 4th minute of added time, did produce a goal. Good move, and what a sweet strike by Sam Merson. Have you ever hit a ball as well as that, Ian?
I think I have on a number of occasions, so it's but no, I mean, we know what the lad can do. I mean, he's done a good job for us. We played him out wide on the right first half just to try and nullify their fullbacks getting pushed on, and as soon as we went 2-1 down, or so to say 1-0 down, we quickly switched it and got Sean Lucian on and put Sam up front. And then I thought we still started to cause them some problems, and Sam's movement and Jamie going in behind caused them some problems. And Theo, he had a really good game today playing down the left-hand side and caused them some problems, put a great ball in for the goal. And it's just things you're looking at in football. As you look at Jamie Cureton arrives on the near post, and there ain't many people at this level of football in the Conference South would have reacted like he did at that near post and scored that goal, because he got across the front of the first man, and his finish was sublime, and it obviously got us back into the game. It was just a shame we let ourselves down with the second goal, which was a poor goal from our point of view.
You said we need to start winning games again because we had 3 straight defeats. Now we've had 3 2-2 draws this week, 6 games without a win. We do need a win.
Yeah, we do, but I mean, as I said to you, and I'll keep saying to it, you can't lose Ryan Johnson and Dipo Akinyemwe and Junior Moraes, and then have injuries to George Casey and a suspension to Tom Bender and an injury to Scotty Thomas, which was massive for us because Scotty had done such a great job for us, and lose them sort of type of players and expect a squad of 16, 17, 18 players to come back together again. And the thing is, what we was doing was bringing players in that really have not had many matches. I mean, Matty Ball, we're trying to get some fixtures with him with Hendon at the moment because he lacked a bit of match fitness. Graham Montgomery's obviously coming from Hemel and hasn't had many games this season, so it was an opportunity for others to come in, but it's not fair on them in terms of their match fitness because they've not played the level of games that some of the others have played this season, so they're playing catch up. We've obviously got to try and keep working hard in training with them, but it was very difficult. It was a period we're going through. I feel now we've got a squad that we can settle down with and we'll settle down for the rest of the season. It's a squad that I feel stronger this half of the season than it was in the first half of the season, and we've brought some quality players in with the two boys, Jack and Charlie from Aldershot, Tom Gardner from Dartford, and I think it's just something now we've got to settle it all down and then see where we are in a couple of weeks' time in terms of what we need once we go into the March period, because that's when the transfer deadline comes in.
Well, Charlie Walker got injured during the week and George Casey's been injured for a while. Any sign of him coming back? Charlie's is recovered slightly better than we thought we would. On Wednesday morning we thought he might be sort of 3 weeks at the moment. Hopefully he'll be fit for next Saturday. And George has done quite a bit of running this week, so hopefully he'll join in training on Tuesday night. So it's a positive from that side of it. But again, we've got to be careful we don't rush them back too quickly and then they break down again and we go back a week or two. So we need to see where we are. But the squad's decent, as I said before. We've got a good squad here now. We've got to settle it all down. They've got to get some match practice into their game. As we said with Charlie Walker and Jack Savage, they haven't played as many games as they probably wanted to this year. But we've bespoken 2 conference players to St Albans at this level. The boys have come and give up their day training to train 2 evenings a week, and they've been a great addition to the squad. They've been great in the changing room. They've joined in really well in what we're trying to do. They've bought into what we try to do, and as I said, they'll be great additions to the squad going into the last 16, 17 weeks of the season. Poole Town next Saturday, I think you mentioned there. We did them 4-0 down the park, but they're on a great little run at the moment and they don't normally concede many goals. No,
and I think 4-0 at home was probably an injustice on their behalf because I felt it was a very good game on the day. I thought for 35, 40 minutes in that game they were by far the better side. They were strong, they were powerful, and they've just continued from where they are, and as you see now they've gone up to 3rd in the table. They're on a good run of form at the moment, but we've got to go there and believe. After what I see in that second half today, we've got so much to build on. We've got lots of positives to take forward going into the last part of the season, and we've got to make sure that we do that going to Poole next week and try and cause them as much problems as we can, and hopefully we can go and pick up 3 points.
Of course, today at Hemel goes a chance to catch up on some old boys. James Colocci, he was named Hemel's man of the match. Michael Falasitis couldn't make the starting 11, came on a sub, and Sam Corcoran didn't even make the squad at all.
Yeah, and as I said before, that's not my problem. That's Hemel's problem. I mean, at the end of the day, you look at James has played well today, and it's probably just summed up in terms of where he was in the second half that he got man of the match, and yet Jake Robertson scored 2 goals and got overlooked. So he's done a great job from that side of it. But as I said there, I'm more worried about what we're doing at St Albans and what players we've got to get fit, what players we've got to use going into that last sort of 16, 17 games of the season, and that's Hemel's prerogative at the end of the day. They signed the players and they've decided whether to play them or not. It's not a lot I can do about that.
How enjoyable was it to get that last minute goal? They've done it to us enough times in recent years.
I suppose it was enjoyable from the fact is that the second half performance I felt deserved something out of the game, and the crazy situation was, as I said last at Hampton, we give poor goals away and we got punished. Today we give poor goals away and we've managed to scrape something out of it. But even then at 2-1 they could have just broke away and scored a 3rd and the game would have been put to bed. So it's something that we needed. We didn't need another defeat after the last sort of 3 or 4 games. So it's something to build, and we've just played Maidenhead, who are top of the table. Just played Hemel, who are in a good vein of form at the moment, who beat Welling last week, who've gone to Bromley today and beat them in the trophy. So they've got a really good squad here now. They've built a good squad from where they were at the start of the season, and they're going to cause a lot of teams a lot of problems going into the last 16, 17 weeks of the season. So it's a positive from that. We've got it out of the way. There's a good crowd here today. Hopefully they've enjoyed themselves, and we've got to take the positives and move forward for the rest of the season.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian. We'll see you next Saturday down at Poole Town, where the Saints are playing, Poole Town there. National League South, kick off 3 p.m.
Thank you.